If you're selling on the Walmart marketplace and you are not using a repricer at this time, I'm here to show you in depth the best repricer that I use for both Amazon and Walmart. And I'm going to be showing you the dashboard and the top 3 reasons why you should use it as well. So let's start off with what separates Flashpricer right out of the gate, and that is going to be data accuracy. If you don't know, and something that I mentioned in all my videos is that Walmart limits their data availability to us sellers, so we are not able to see all the data that we need in order to make the right buying decisions at certain times. Flashpricer is actually partnered with Walmart Marketplace, so Walmart agreed to share a certain amount of information with Flashpricer, which is one reason why I love it so much, is because they're a legitimate company that is working directly with Walmart. Walmart's growing, Flashpricer is growing, and it is a really, really good repricer. Now, before we get into the dashboard of Flashpricer, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and feel free to let me know what Walmart material you want to see in the next video. All right, what's going on, guys? So this is going to be the Flashpricer dashboard, and as you can see here, it's going to show me all of my products along with all of my sales. So the really cool thing about Flashpricer is it also works as an inventory management system. So you are able to see your profit and loss, you are able to see your profit margin, your units sold. So it's essentially a one-stop shop for all your repricing needs. Now, if you go here to the products, as you could see, what you're going to want to do is you're going to put in your buy cost. And as you can see, a lot of my buy costs are not in here. I use a different software for my P&L. But you could put your buy cost in here and then you set the minimum price that you want it to be and the maximum price. And what it's going to do at that point is it's going to auto change the price without you having to do literally anything, right? So if I bought this item for $5, I know that I'm going to be profitable at minimum $20, and the highest price I want to be is $25. So it is going to change from 20 to 25 depending on other sellers, depending on the buy box changes, and it makes it very, very simple and easy. The one trick that I recommend doing is that when you purchase an item, make sure that you put it in as soon as possible. Put in the buy cost, put in your minimum and maximum. That way you are good and don't have to worry about it. Now, the other good thing about Flashpricer is that you're in full control on what you want to do, right? There are different strategies. So if you go to the strategies tab here, you could click on new strategy and you are able to select if you want to do this for Amazon or Walmart, right? So for this video, we're going to be doing Walmart's example. However, you are able to use both Walmart and Amazon using the software. I personally use both, and it makes it easier to only have one subscription instead of having two different repricers. So we're going to name our strategy as example, and we are then going to click on Walmart. Okay, so as you can see here with the competition, choose which sellers you want to compete against, right? So what I like to do is I like to compete against the buy box, right? Now, it says ignore Walmart as a competitor. I do a lot of Walmart to Walmart flips, so I want to ignore Walmart completely, right? If Walmart goes in stock, you know, $25 below my selling price, I do not want to match with them. I will happily stay where I'm at. So make sure you select that if Walmart is on stock. And then there's also other repricing rules. So if the buy box is suppressed, for example, which means that, the item that you are selling is lower priced on a different platform, such as Target or Amazon, your buy box is going to be suppressed. And I personally like to leave this off as well because you are going to get sales whether the buy box is suppressed or not with Walmart. On Amazon, buy box suppression, plays a bigger factor in sales, but on Walmart, however, in my experience, it does not make a big difference. Now, when your item goes out of stock, I do not like to reprice it because when that item's out of stock, and if I decide to replenish that item, I want to go back to it and make sure the price isn't need to be higher or lower, right? And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to create the strategy. And, like I said, there are a lot of different strategies on here. I only use the default strategy and then the buy box strategy, right? But there are other ones such as specific sellers, lowest WFS, lowest FBM. So you can really, really tailor this repricer to any of your needs. Right now, like I said, I'm doing it kind of the basic way as I've only been using this for about 2 months now, but I do plan to expand and go into deeper filters and, competition strategies. So we're going to save that strategy. And if we go back to our products, it's going to load here for a second. You'll then see that the example strategy is now available to be used. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to scroll down all your items and choose which strategy you want. Now, the good thing about this is you could do this once a week, right? So every Friday, I look at this with my VA and we reprice everything, we critique everything. And then until that next Friday, we are pretty much rocking and rolling. The repricer is doing its thing and we don't have to do anything, right? So that is really the biggest benefit of using a repricer. One thing that I like about Flashpricer is that when you go to your products tab and you want to click on an item to see the analytics, if you go over to advanced analytics, it is going to show you not only how many did you sell, but it's also going to show you how often Walmart repriced, right? So as you can see here, this is a brand exclusive that I have, so no one else is authorized to sell this item, which is why I'm showing it. But as you can see here, it shows you March 10th. I was at $99 and got an order, $99 and got an order on the 12th. And it looks like the repricer kind of lowered and upward over that time frame, right? So you could kind of see different ranges. And I've been selling this for a while, actually. So I believe if we do it for the duration, as you could see here, more units were sold at different prices. So we have 80, 85, 89, 90. And then we had 99. So as you can see, we're hitting different points of sales, right? 89 to $99. The repricer is doing its thing. I'm getting sales for the brand and resupplying myself from them. Um, so yeah, I mean, this is just more information for you to decide what strategy you should use, what strategies you should use, you know, and then this is feedback that I actually take back to my brand and let them know like, hey, are you okay if we price a little bit lower because we are seeing more sales? So, it does give you the ability to test, especially if you are working with brands as well. But at the end of the day, the more data that you could see, the better for anything that you're doing in the space. And Flashpricer does a very, very good job on showing all of that. All right, so with Flashpricer, the last thing that I wanted to show, and this is free, is that they do have a Walmart WFS and seller fulfilled free calculator that you could download on the uh, Chrome Web Store. So I will leave a link for that below, and I'll show you an example of how to use this. But like I said, it is 100% free. So you're literally going to go onto Google Chrome using the link and download the Chrome extension. And what you're going to do is when you're going on Walmart Marketplace to find items, right? So for example, these Pokemon cards, it is going to give us the fee calculation. Now, I do not have any of these, unfortunately, but I do know that they were selling for $55. So if we put our buy cost in there, we do see that we're getting a profit of $11, which is a 20% ROI and a 14% profit margin, right? It does also show you all of the sellers on the listing along with their respectable stock. And like I said, guys, this is a free tool that they just rolled out. So if you do get Flashpricer, you literally have everything that you need all in one. So very, very easy to use, super, super simple, gives you the dimensions. The weight will not always be in there. However, it does auto-populate at times. So definitely make sure that you check this out and take advantage of it being free. All right, so I wanted to go over the pricing for Flashpricer and just keep in mind that I said you are able to use both for Amazon and Walmart. So if you are selling on both platforms, 100% take advantage of this. So with the starter at $99 a month, you get 5,000 Amazon listings or 100 Walmart listings, okay? So this is only a one channel option. You are not going to get two selling channels. Now the growth plan, which is the plan that I have, you're going to get 25,000 Amazon listings and 25,000 Walmart listings, which is a decent amount, right? So you are able to use both channels in this one. And also keep in mind that you are going to have P&L statements as well. So it's essentially a 4-in-1 tool for both platforms. Now, if you are a heavy hitter, then we do have the scale option, which is over 100,000 Amazon listings, and then the enterprise, which is over 250,000 listings. So with that being said, I would recommend if you have, at least 50 Walmart SKUs to definitely at least do the 2-week free trial just to get your feet wet. If you are just starting out on Walmart and you haven't had, a lot of success on there so far and you don't have, 50 products listed at this time, you might not need a repricer. If you are new to the Walmart marketplace and you do not have a lot of SKUs or a lot of products listed, I would not run to get a repricer right away. I would wait till you have about 50 SKUs and then look into getting a repricer. as it's going to automate your business when you get to that point. So yeah, I just wanted to go over the pricing here. And as you can see, there is a 2-week free trial for each package, as I mentioned. So, please be sure to use that. And I will be happily dropping a link to this in the video. As you can see, Flashpricer was built for sellers like us, and it is a very, very good tool. I love that they have the AI repricing. They make it very easy to input the buy cost, the minimum and maximums, and the free Chrome extension is very good to see as well. So I would definitely recommend the software. I know the owner very well. He's a very, very nice guy. I've met him multiple times and can't thank him enough for, giving me the opportunity to use the software. But please check out the link in the description and make sure you sign up today. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much.